Buenas, Kremvase Azantes. Welcome, video lovers. Welcome to Tac Nerd 1.0. Adventures back on the airgun thing again today. But I wanted to talk today about having a pack, a bag, or something like that ready that you can have kind of accessible at all times for air gunning. So I do have a couple of those that I keep one in my garage, and then I keep one here at the alternate bench. So wanted to just show you, go through a few things of what I keep in here, what I think you should have, kind of an all for one thing for being ready for if you should need to grab your air gun and run into the woods for some reason, or if you just need to get rid of some pests or varmints. Is that what we call them? Yeah. If you want to get rid of some pests around the house or on your ranch or something, you want to be ready, right? So this is my pack. Now, I got this on Amazon. I believe the company is named, I don't remember what they're named. I will look it up. I will put it down below in my affiliate link. I do have a Amazon affiliate, and if you buy something from there, I get a little bit something that helps the channel. I believe this is Rothco. I do remember now. I think it's Rothco. They do a lot of military-esque sort of things, a lot of mainly, like, I would say World War II through kind of Korea, maybe right into the lower parts of the Cold War. They do a lot of that type of stuff. So I think a lot of it is stuff for reenactors and that. But they make these little bags and stuff. A lot of them are copies of real stuff. And I imagine this was probably a copy of a World War II bag or something. But again, I'll put a link down below if you want to grab one of these. But let's look at some of the stuff I have in here. Let's look at the pockets first. And it does have a couple nice pockets here. So first off, I have these. Now these are 177s, and these are pellets, and I think I talked about these before. I think they're called fire tip, something like that, and they have this little ballistic point here on them, and that is supposed to help while hunting, small game hunting. That's supposed to, I guess it's supposed to pierce more, and then the plastic tip would go away, and then it would be, it's got a bit of a cavity there, so that would help it expand. So these are mainly for, as I said, for small game hunting. They do travel a little bit better. I think you get a few more feet per second on them too, because they are a bit more aerodynamic. So I always keep some of those in hand. If you have a 177 air gun and you plan to use it for pest control, something like this, it does give you, as I said, a few more feet per second. Those are real great. So I always keep some of those on hand. The second pocket over here, got a couple things. Now, you might wonder why I have this random screw in here, but this is actually the size, and if you want to copy that down, this is actually the size of the screw that you need for grips for a Crossbody, the backpacker version. And I always try to keep one of these around just in case. And then we have, of course, Pell gun oil. And this is kind of important. You want to keep some of this on hand if you do use air guns. A lot of people might assume that pneumatic air guns, a lot of people would assume you can use the same kind of oil that you can use with real guns, or just use really any oil. That's not exactly true. I know when I used to do paintballing back in the day, they always warned us about that. You want to use a specific kind of oil made just for air guns, and this is that. So pick up a couple tubes of these, have them in your packs, and have those ready. You can put just a little drop of this on top of your seal. If you're using CO2 canisters, put just a drop of that on there before you break the seal, and that is supposed to help it seal a little bit better, from what I understand. All right, let's see, what else do we have in here. Well, first off, we have some owner's manual. Now this is for, let's see, this is actually for my backpacker. So I have this in here, and this is for the backpacker, the pump gun. So we have that in there. just in case we might need that. I keep like a little microfiber cloth here. Keep that in there, and in the plastic, that is for any of my optics that I use, just in case I need to wipe them down. Also still have these, believe it or not, I still have these original targets, and these came with the backpacker, the Apocalypse set that I bought years ago. And I think I have a video for that somewhere. Yeah, it came with some of these. I used a couple of them. I didn't use all of them, but yeah, there's varmint targets. It is varmints. That is the right word. So yeah. So anyways, there's that. I keep those in there just in case, as I said, if I want to grab this pack and do some, and then run out and do some target shooting, I know I've got everything right there. Of course, you're going to carry CO2 capsules. As I said, I bought these quite a while ago. When I bought these, they were probably, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 quatlus. They're probably up now to get these, but if you do have some air guns that use these, you want to keep a good supply of these on hand, because if you are in a survival situation and you use these up, it's very unlikely you're going to find any more. It's not exactly the common item that it used to be. Probably the only place you're going to find these retail nowadays is if you're in a rural area. You may have a hardware store that carries them. Other than that, it's probably going to be like Walmart, because I doubt even a gun shop would own have these. So really don't have a whole lot of places for them. So probably Walmart or something like that would probably be it. Small scope. I always keep this in here. This is a very old one. This is Eurolux. It's a 4x25. Now this, I used to use this for I think I did use it for the backpacker. These are for dovetailed, which most air guns, they're probably going to be dovetailed. Although a lot of them these days, a lot of the new ones are coming with Picatinny rails. So, you never know. This is just a bag full of Allen keys. Most of the ones I would typically use, I keep this in here just in case I have something that uses Allen keys. Like to keep those around. These are my grips for my backpacker. I keep these in here. Now I usually keep the stock on the backpacker. So when if I decide not to use that, then I'll grab these and put those on it. But generally I keep the stock on it. All right, what else? We have some BBs. Now, these are 177 BBs. As most people know, if you're into air gunning, the 177 pellets and 177 BBs, you generally can shoot BBs out of a 177 air gun. Pretty much always can. Is generally frowned upon if you do have rifling in the air gun, because steel BBs will, over time, we are told, the myth is, if you want to call it a myth, or the old wives' tale, whatever, the urban myth. There you go. The urban myth is that the steel BBs will wear down rifling after a while. Now, I believe that's probably true. You would probably have to use quite a few of them, though. I mean, you'd have to shoot a lot of BBs through there to see any real degradation of the rifling. These are real good BBs, though. I bought these a while back, and as you can see, I've really hardly used any of them. But these are Hornady Black Diamond BBs. They're coated, which is also a really nice thing, because if you are going to shoot these out of a rifled barrel, that coating will help you a little bit. It will help resist wearing down that rifling. So these are real nice to have. These are also, I would say, better than the average BB. Hornady, when they make these black diamonds, they're going to use a little more care in production and make these a little more consistent in weight and such. So, but yeah, if you can, level up your air gun a bit, your BBs, grab some of these black diamonds. These are really good. And again, if I can, I'll put them in the affiliate link below. All right, what else have I got in here? Some 22 caliber pellets. These are good. These are these Rugers. Now these come 200 to a pack. So these kind of have a hunting tip to them. And again, these are marketed mainly for hunting and varmint control. They're pretty precise. The tolerances are a little bit better. As again, like the Hornet A, these are going to be a little bit more consistent than the huge bulk Crosman packs. So these are real good for. They're saying these are superior velocity, but because of the consistency, you might be able to eke out a bit more with those little. And then lastly, we have, now these are 177 pellets, and these are just pretty much your standard hollow point 177 pellet. So these are like 500 to a tin, and pretty inexpensive. Again, I would say probably, maybe 7 quatlus or so. You can still get. These are pretty big, I would say, for 1.7. These are 7.9 grains, almost 8 grains. So pretty good. I'd say it's a pretty average hunting pellet for 1.7. So, these are good. They say Premier on them. I don't know if they're really, I don't know if I'd really call them Premier. Anyways, that's pretty much about it. That's about all I have in this pack. What I'd like to do, though, is I'd like to get some suggestions from all of you. What else do you think I could keep in here? And what are your suggestions? What are some good things to keep in your air gunning pack? What are things that you always keep in there? I should put it that way. So let me know down below. If you could just leave a quick message down there. Let me know what you pick, and then maybe we'll revisit this. Maybe we'll even make a air gunning bag, and maybe we'll take that out into the woods and see how it works for us. But I think this is a real good one. It's not heavy, it's not cumbersome, so you can grab this with you and go. Not really heavy at all. It's a little noisy. We talked before about how to silence those canisters. Put a little cotton in them, and that should help out quite a bit. Now, if you want to turn this into some sort of a mini survival bag, I suppose you could do that. I would probably use that cotton to silence your pellets, and then you could also use that for tinder. So if you if you just stuck a couple cheap lighters in here as a way to start fire, you could do that. Maybe stuff a couple emergency blankets in there, maybe a thing of paracord, and you probably do pretty well, with something like that as far as survival goes. Anyways, folks, that is our air gunning go bag, I guess you would call it. Again, let me know what you think. On your way out, if you could, like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to fire off a shot at that bell notification. And if you feel entertained today, are you not entertained? Consider leaving us a super tip. And as well, don't forget to join as a member. We're going to be starting up our membership stuff here. We're going to do some exclusive videos, some early videos, and maybe some merch. So get in on the ground floor now of the Tack Nerd video empire. All right, folks, again, I have been Tack Nerd. I hope you have been entertained, and I am out of here.